But they expect nothing else from the city. Citizens want a prompt response from the safety forces. What are the best ways to ensure that the city is providing the best possible protection for the citizens?
Well, let me clear up something that Vicki, your own column once pointed out, that there's a small group of dissidents who, for a number of years, have spread astounding array of half-truths, misleading statements, and outright lies. And the idea that I don't care about safety of this city is bizarre and absolutely false. My 2 kids still live here. My 5 grandchildren live here. You don't want to come up here on the stage and try to accuse me of not caring about the safety of the citizens of this community. I live here, my 84-year-old mother lives here. How dare any of you say that? I've been pushing to make our police department better. We need to be able to implement all of the best practices out there. For years, and I'm going to say something here that will be shocking, and I've been told I shouldn't say it, but the new chief is trying to address this. But for years, because of nuances in the law, of difficulties of getting decisions in Columbus, where somebody who never probably has been to Akron has made decisions, you will be shocked if I told you that we haven't had an undercover narcotics officer on duty in the city of Akron from 4 in the afternoon through midnight. I have fought things like that, kept my mouth shut, because I don't think it's the best to go tell drug dealers that. The new chief believes he's had that resolved. But those are the kind of fights that I'm going to continue to stand up and fight. And it's the kind of thing that you may not know and realize, but it's the type of thing that I've tried to change in the police department.
Okay, Ms. Davis,
With respect to the Akron Police Department, I think that we should really make an initiative to get more cooperation within the community. Let's understand that police don't stop crime, they respond to crime, and they do often deter crime. The police, quite frankly, and to be honest with you, are not liked in the minority community. So we need to develop relationships, we need to get committees together, have dialogue with our police force within the Akron community, and also not just include certain elitists on the board. We have felons out here that have gotten their lives together. Who better knows about a felon than a felon? Let's get some of these people on board to have some serious dialogue. I talk to these young men. They have great ideas. You know, I put myself in that position where I went back into a blighted neighborhood and lived for 4 years. So I understand their concerns. I understand their frustration. And I think that they can, over time, develop a positive relationship with the police force. And I'm looking for that to happen, whoever walks in that office come January 2012, and I'll be a face to see that it's done.
Councilman Williams?
First of all, there has to be a change in the relationship between the mayor and the Akron Police Department. We have right now a contentious relationship. We have the kind of relationship in which the current mayor left that department without permanent leadership for 3 years. Then we expect, without permanent leadership, some kind of change. It's not going to happen. We just went through a process by which a new chief was selected, in which the captains, the highest ranking officers, because the mayor failed to fill the deputy chief slots, the highest ranking officers in the police department weren't even eligible to interview for the chief's position. So we had this process and went outside. And guess what? We end up with one candidate left. Not because that candidate wasn't one that was chosen. That was the only candidate left after the others bowed out. It was a failed process and a failed attempt. Mayor Pasquale has been in charge of the Akron Police Department for 24 years. This is the result. It's time for a new way of doing things It's time for a different approach. You can't expect change.
Time.
Thank you.